Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Chief Philip Busquez with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. I'm accompanied by several teammates. We're gathering here to let the public know about 3:30 this afternoon we were contacted about a possible escaped inmate. Once we got that notification, we shut down the jail complex, started an inmate count, and what we later found out was an inmate was missing. We believe he escaped from the 1301 Franklin building after a court appearance. We've got several resources in the downtown area searching for that subject. And right now, this is who we're looking for. Nigel Thomas Sanders, 35 years of age, 5'5", 165 pounds. If anybody in the public has any information on his whereabouts, please call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-8477. That's Nigel Thomas Sanders. We have multiple resources from the Sheriff's Office, including Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force, searching for this individual. He was in custody for 3 burglaries and 1 unlawful possession of a weapon by a felon. He went to court today, and it appears that on his way back from court, he was able to facilitate an escape. He accosted a woman during that escape once he got out on the street, and he jumped in her car, and she wrecked that car within just a few feet. After the car was disabled during the accident, the subject got out of the car and ran down the street. That was our last location with him on camera. Again, we have multiple resources from the Sheriff's Office searching for this individual, and we truly believe we'll run him to the ground. Any assistance that the public can provide, we surely appreciate. Take any questions at this time.
So he was in court and escaped? How did that happen?
He went to court for his appearance, and then on his way back to the jail, he was able to facilitate the escape.
Did he jump in the bayou? Or that he might have jumped in the bayou?
We don't have that confirmed.
Did he have a knife?
We believe he had a knife.
Do you know where he could have gotten it from?
Anywhere once he got outside the jail.
So he was being held out the jail, correct?
Correct. He was in custody for the charges.
Court. I mean, he was brought to court by somebody?
Yes.
So then was he in handcuffs?
He was transported to court, and then when he was finished with his hearing on his way back, he facilitated. Everything else is under investigation at this point.
You said he was 5'5", how many pounds?
5'5", 165 pounds, 35 years of age, Nigel Thomas Sanders.
Should the public, use caution if they see this individual? What should the public do if they should see this individual?
Not contact the individual. Just call either 911, call the number that was provided at Crime Stoppers. Unfortunately, we do believe that he is a dangerous individual, and so there is still a threat to the community at this time.
Yeah, I know you said you were searching the downtown area. Does he have family or any ties to different communities in the Houston metro area that he could have gone to?
And that's information that we'll keep right now as we're actively searching for the individual.
The woman whose car he tried to take, is she okay?
Yes, she was of course shaken up, and but she was not injured after he left after the crash.
Where was the crash?
On Commerce Street. She was leaving work. She works in the CJC building.
Can you walk us through the process of when an inmate is taken from jail to court? How does that happen, and where along that process did this inmate escape?
Again, that's part of the investigation right now on exactly where he came out of.
Okay, so just walk us through the process then.
Individuals enter the tunnel, they go over to the courts, and they go to the different holding cells on the court's floor. When they finish their court hearings, they're put in the elevators, they come back down to the basement tunnel, or should, and come back to whichever jail building that they reside in.
And along that entire route, they're being escorted by somebody?
Not at all times.
So there are, at certain times when an inmate is going from the jail to court for a court appearance, they might not be escorted by somebody?
There's different waypoints that we can't talk about as security, but it's in a secure tunnel.
Are they always cuffed?
No.
Do we know, did this inmate have any, I guess, do we know, are the people of particular parts of Houston who should be on high alert?
We'd have to confirm. At this point, he lives a transient lifestyle, is what we have. So we don't have a hard address or a neighborhood that he would frequent.
Would you use the word homeless or transient?
Transient.
This isn't very common at all, right? I mean,
No.
have you ever had this happen before?
In my time here, we have not had an escape.
How long has he been in custody?
I don't have that number.
At this point, do you have any idea where he could be headed, even if you can't tell us?
I'll leave that with the investigation team that are looking at him. We don't want to give out any information that's sensitive at this point.
Have dive teams been brought in on the off chance that he's drowned at this point?
We had a Marine unit come up and go through the bayou. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.